The world only saw a slave, but Allah saw a man whose voice would wake nations. In a land where bloodlines ruled and freedom was sold by the ounce, one man's cry for one God shook the pillars of pride. This is Bilal ibn Rabah. He was born with skin darker than night and shackles heavier than sin. In Mecca, where tribe meant power, Bilal had none. He was the property of Umayyah ibn Caliph, a merchant of gods made of stone. But then, a whisper began to spread, that all men were equal before the One, that there is no Lord but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Bilal didn't just listen. He believed. When his master found out, the beatings began. Whips tore through skin. Stones pressed against chest. And still, through parched lips, the law whispered, Ahad, Ahad, one, only one. The city watched in disbelief, a slave refusing to bow, not to idols, not to Poon, only to God. And then came Abu Bakr, friend of the Prophet, peace be upon him, who saw not a slave, but a soul worth saving. He bought Bilal's freedom, not out of pity, but respect. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he gave Bilal a place no man could have imagined. The voice of Islam, chosen to call the Adhan, the call to prayer. Not a prince, not a scholar, but a man whose heart never bowed to falsehood. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Bilal's voice flew over the rooftops of Medina, waking the believers, reminding them that in Islam, honor is not inherited, it is earned through faith. Years later, when Mecca was finally free, Bilal climbed to the top of the Kaaba, where once he was dragged through sand. He now stood above the house of God and called the prayer, as the nobles who once tortured him stood silent. His voice cracked, not from weakness, but from awe, because the boy who once had no name now had a place in every prayer, and a legacy that would echo until the end of time. If this story reached your heart, share it, not for views, but so the world never forgets that faith lifts the forgotten, and Allah sees beyond the skin. This is Legends of the Faithfuls, and Bilal ibn Rabah was no ordinary man